Okay, so we are still in our index PHP. Let's finish preparing this file. So first thing we need to do is let's create our link to our CSS. So link rel style sheet href. Our CSS file is going to reside inside the includes folder. Okay. Now our includes folder does not yet exist, and we still don't have our main CSS file. We're going to create the includes folder, and then we're also going to copy our main CSS file from our JavaScript project. Next, we want to next we're going to use the PHP opening tag and then the PHP closing tag. Let's properly indent. So all PHP statements will begin with less than question mark PHP and will end in question mark greater than. Okay, so in between these two tags, we're going to use a command called include. Right. There's a few variations of this command. There's include and include once. There's also one called require and require once. They essentially function very much the same. I will explain the include commands in another video. So in this case, we're going to do include quote, single quotes, and end it in semicolon. And we're going to tell it where to find our menu PHP file. So it's going to be in the includes main.cs, includes menu.php. Control S to save. Okay. So again, this menu.php file does not currently exist. What we're going to do is we're going to copy our menu JavaScript or script.js file from our JavaScript project, and we're going to copy it into the includes folder and call it menu.php. We will then modify the code so that it functions under PHP. Okay. Now, just as a test to make sure that our PHP is working properly and does not break our page, we're going to declare a variable. Variables in PHP start with a $sign. So we're going to call this variable test. And this test variable is going to include the words or the phrase hello world. Now again, this is just to test. We're gonna move down here into our body right above our H1 tag. And we're going to do our question mark PHP and our closing PHP tag. So, okay, so then we will use the echo function, which will print or display the contents of our variable, or we can also use it to display a string. So we're going to say echo the contents of the test variable semicolon. So we save it. Let's go over to our browser, and there it is. It is working as expected. So what happens if we make a mistake? So I'm going to remove the semicolon, and now let's refresh our page. Well, technically, it's still working. It's still working because the closing PHP tag will actually add that last semicolon for you. So that's why that worked in this case. Now, if I go back up here to the includes and I remove the semicolon here, I save it. Let's go back to our browser and everything goes away. So when you're using PHP, in this case, because it's missing that semicolon, it's causing the page to crash. If I put it back in, and let's say I remove the semicolon in the hello world variable, save it, refresh the page, it still works. Why? Because again, the closing PHP tag, includes that closing semicolon. Okay. There is a shortcut way of writing out the PHP and echo, and I'm going to demonstrate that to you right now. So if we do less than question mark equals, that is the same as less than question mark PHP echo. So if I enter this command and then I just display my test variable, this should technically still work. Let's go back to our browser, and now we see our text on the bottom. Okay. So let's go back to our code, and let's change this variable to what's going to be our menu variable. We save it. Now, since our menu variable does not exist, it should not display anything. That concludes this video. In the next video, we will actually create the menu.